Whew, sorry about that delay, guys. We actually fired up the whole stream and it wasn't working. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate you sticking with me. Whew. You guys ready for Friday? I'm ready for Friday. I see some folks in the chat. We had a little chat going. Let me tell you what happened. I fired up the stream at 3. I did my whole spiel. We're like 9 minutes past the hour. And then I got some cue from our mysterious mixologist that nothing was live. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm talking to someone. It's live on my screen, but turns out we were having some technical difficulties. So thank you guys for sticking around. I'm glad you're still here. I think we are live now on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I see Mitch in the chat. Parapluie626, let us know you're here. As I was saying, this is the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I'm Master G, your main host. This is my channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. Fitz, for Fitzgerald, he's my little canine co-host. He's a little 10-month Boston Terrier, likes to play Nintendo games with me after a long, hard day at the office. Today's no exception because it's Friday, which means it's been a long, hard week at the office. I am ready to get to some gaming. I'm ready to drink the cocktails. I'm ready for bar trivia. I hope you guys are pumped. You know how we do this with Fridays, right? The Friday game is the wild card game. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I have my doubts. This is the I think it's the only NASCAR racing game if you don't count Days of Thunder for the NES library. And we featured Days of Thunder in Season 1, and it was a turd. So I hope that Bill Elliott's NASCAR challenge is much better than Days of Thunder was. But that's why we do these games on Friday. We take it easy, we laugh together, we make fun of the games, or we find some hidden gems that we thought, oh, this game's probably going to be terrible, and it turns out to be awesome. I hope this is one of those games. So before we go any further, let me tell you about the show, right? This might be your first time watching. So it's not just about the gameplay. This is a totally live, completely unscripted talk show, variety show, cocktail-fueled nostalgia trip. Something for everyone in this show. We start out the episode with a little introduction about the game. Then we dive right into a special cocktail recipes. Resident bartender, Parapluie626, fan of the show, she whips up some completely original cocktail recipes. We put everything together. We share it with you, how to make them, alcoholic recipes and non-alcoholic recipes. And they're all fun recipes that pair well with the game, right? Today's is no exception. I can't wait to tell you about today's cocktail recipe. After we're done with that, we take a look at the game manuals together. This is an important part of video game collecting, right? Recording this for posterity's sake, so future generations can experience these games. We'll look at the box art, we'll look at the original game manual, we'll put it up on the screen and read through it together, learn how to play the game. Then we take a short break so we can get set up. We're not streaming via emulation. I am playing actual 40-year-old cartridges on an actual 40-year-old machine. So I got to get everything set up. 3-minute break. We come back. We dive right in to the happiest hour of the NES Happy Hour. The hour where we just sit back. We play the game many times for the first time, just casual. We chat live with our viewers. We talk about the game. You guys can make fun of my skills. And some of you can help me out. You know, I don't think I'll need too much help with this game, but some of those platforming puzzle games, I need help from our live audience. After we're done with the gameplay segment, we wrap every episode up with the Bar Trivia Challenge. It's a fun little segment I like to do with audience participation from our live viewers. That's right. I will come up with 5 multiple choice questions, A, B, C, or D, that have something to do with today's game. And put the chat up on the screen for you so you can shout out your answers. If anybody goes 5 for 5, mad props to you, because it's very hard to do. I make these questions pretty hard. It's like serious bar trivia, guys. I'll try to give you like 1 or 2 warm-up questions, but then we get to some pretty difficult ones. If you go 5 for 5, you deserve some credit. It's only been done a few times on the show, but don't be shy about guessing. You know, I love audience participation. That's why we do these shows live. That's why I don't tape these or edit these, because it's fun to interact with you guys where anything can happen. So that's that. Let me tell you about this game. Without a further ado, we are going to be playing Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. There's the front cover there. You see it up on the screen. That's Bill Elliott himself. A little promo here. Win a trip to the Daytona 500. Meet Bill Elliott and win a 1992 Ford Thunderbird. Fly Midway Airlines. I think that must be a defunct airline. To Florida. Contest details inside. It ends November 25th, 1991. And for some inexplicable reason, you are disqualified if you live in Maryland, Vermont, or Quebec in Canada. It is not sponsored by Nintendo, although this is a licensed Nintendo game. Let me read the back to you. Experience life in the fast lane. Strap yourself into the first stock car race simulation that actually puts you behind the wheel and in complete control. Co-designed by NASCAR star Bill Elliott himself. This test of man and machine duplicates authentic racing, from the working instrument gauges to racing strategies like drafting and the slingshot. It's so realistic, you'll swear you can smell the infield barbecues. That's the billing for this game, right? It's a very realistic simulation. Slide into the roll cage of one of 3 ground-pounding 650 horsepower beasts. Then go head-to-head with awesome Bill from Dawsonville and 14 of the nation's most relentless racers in 3 different skill levels. You will face them in the championship season on the speed-scorching banked ovals of Daytona and Talladega and the rubber-ripping corners of Sears Point and Watkins Glen. But test your skill or strategies in practice first, or else your racing career may hit the skids and you'll be stripped of your NASCAR license for good. What a disgrace. But your adversaries are only half the battle. Depending on the type of track, you must decide between manual and automatic transmission, which engine, spoiler angle, gear ratio, tire stagger to use. Fully customizable vehicles in this game. Choose carefully or you'll find yourself pacing the pits while your competitors are lapping you up. You better feel the need for speed to enter the no guts, no glory world of NASCAR racing. Bill Elliott wouldn't steer you wrong, so be careful not to do it yourself. For one player only. And then we got some awesome little screenshots on there for you. That's the game. Bill Elliott, for those of you NASCAR fans, you probably know who Bill Elliott was. He was a very popular driver in the late 80s, early 90s, I think, era of NASCAR racing. In fact, he was voted most popular, I think, more times than any other driver. He also won a fantastic challenge back then, and that has to do with our drink recipe. So I'm going to show you the drink recipe next, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit, because I want to give you a little bit of history about who Bill Elliott was and why we call our cocktail for today's episode the $1 Million Bill. Works on so many levels. $1 Million Bill, one of his nicknames, also the $1 Million Bill. Now, why would we name a drink the $1 Million Bill? I'll tell you why. Because in the 80s, I think it was 1985, NASCAR was sponsored by Winston. Winston-Salem, maybe? It was a cigarette brand, right? I know they don't promote smoking anymore, but back in the day, it was the Winston Cup. I'm not sure what it is today, but it's not sponsored by cigarette manufacturers anymore. But back then, it was called the Winston Cup. That was the championship series, the NASCAR season. And Winston ran a very special promotion. They picked 4 races, the 4 big races. They called it the Grand Slam of NASCAR. You know, they were the Daytona race, the Talladega race, the Charlotte race, and there was one other. I can't remember the other one. But just like how they have like the Grand Slam of tennis and the Grand Slam of golf with all the major opens, NASCAR was trying to do the same thing when Winston was running the show. So they had the Grand Slam, they picked 4 races, and Winston said, if any single driver wins 3 out of the 4 races, we will give that driver a $1 million check. One of those big cardboard checks for $1 million. A $1 million prize if you could win 3 of the 4 Grand Slam races. And wouldn't you know it, in the very first year of this promotion, Bill Elliott goes on to win 3 out of the 4 Grand Slam races and won the $1 million prize in the very first year it was conceived of. And that's why they call him $1 Million Bill. That's why our cocktail is the $1 Million Bill. And it's a fun one because it's a champagne drink. Toast to Bill Elliott, the man. This one has a little bit of a southern twist on it and a little bit of a fall twist too. In mine, I have a little bit of apple pie moonshine. If you live down here in the southeastern United States, you know moonshine is very prevalent. You can buy it anywhere legally at stores, branded moonshine. But I got myself some apple pie moonshine. I put it in this glass with a little bit of the ginger ale and topped it off with champagne there. And there you have it, the $1 Million Bill. It has like a nice fall flavor, the apples, the ginger, it's warming, but it also has champagne because, I mean, you got to drink champagne if you just want $1 million. If you're $1 Million Bill, you deserve a champagne toast. So cheers. That is the $1 Million Bill cocktail. That's what I'm going to be drinking on today's show. And if you happen to have some of these ingredients lying around, you might whip yourself up one of these yourself. So cheers. I'm going to put it over here. I feel like if I put it next to me, I'm going to accidentally knock it over when I'm reaching for the mouse. Okay, folks, as we always say, Fitz and Master G do not condone underage drinking of any kind. So if you're not of legal drinking age, wherever you may reside, please do not mix yourself up one of these $1 Million Bill cocktails. Instead, we have a non-alcoholic cocktail featured every week, and I will tell you about that one. It's called the Mysterious Mixologist. This is a drink recipe named for the mysterious mixologist, Parapluie626, who creates all these recipes. This is a favorite drink of hers. It's completely non-alcoholic. It's a citrus-flavored drink. It's very refreshing, one you can make at home. You only need a few ingredients. It's basically, get yourself a glass, fill it up with ice, and you need some grapefruit-flavored seltzer. So you want to put your grapefruit seltzer in the glass, and then you want to get some fresh squeezed lime juice in there to give it a little bit of extra kick. Garnish it with an orange wedge, and you have a very citrusy flavored, effervescent, bubbly drink to enjoy with me on the show. So this one, of course, is Fitz approved because there is no alcohol in it. So if you're not of legal drinking age, feel free to whip yourself up one of these if you feel compelled. And you can toast with me and my $1 Million Bill champagne cocktail if we manage to win a single race in today's gameplay segment. We probably won't. We'll see. We'll see if we can get the hang of this game. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the cocktail recipes for this show. Without further ado, it's time for us to take a look at that game manual. So I'm going to put that up on the screen next. Here it is. The game manual for Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. This is a thick one. There's a lot to get through in this game manual because, like I said, this game is hyper realistic. I don't know how else to describe it. They try to give you the real feel of simulating everything there is to know about NASCAR racing. You can tamper with everything. Your gear ratios, your spoiler angles, your tire rotations. You have to get your settings very, very perfect for different races. In fact, most of this game, I kind of feel like, is figuring out how to set up your car before the race. So the manual, of course, is very text-heavy, explaining how to do all that. It's a Konami game. It's got the Nintendo seal of quality. Congratulations, folks. You now own the authentic Konami home version of Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge for the Nintendo Entertainment System. We suggest you read this manual thoroughly before starting your engine. This is no Sunday drive, folks. Few modern sporting events match the sheer intensity and energy of NASCAR racing, where unbridled speed and driver skill create an atmosphere of excitement and unpredictability. These standard street cars are radically modified to increase road handling, stability, stamina, acceleration, and braking. Individual races can be as long as 500 miles. To win a race is difficult. To win a season borders on impossible. Championship racer Bill Elliott is teamed with Konami to bring you a game that delivers the gritty, gear-grinding thrills of NASCAR racing right down to the smallest detail. They consulted with him on this game. They developed it with real NASCAR people to make it as realistic as they possibly could. You'll choose to modify your car to your specs. You drive with a first-person perspective from within the car. You can even practice racing strategies, drafting, slingshot, whatever. When you're ready, you go up against ruthless racers on authentic in-scale recreations of some of the most renowned courses in 8-bit, of course. You know, you got to give it credit. This game came out in the 80s. Like, you know, it's pretty good for when it came out. Who knows what can happen at 200 miles an hour, especially with Bill Elliott hot on your trail. All right, the challenge. The light of a Daytona dawn dances across your glistening machine as your pit crew prepares it for 500 grueling miles. You can't afford any mistakes. As a contender on the NASCAR circuit, you know the consequences of a single error. The pressure never ends as you challenge the toughest tracks in the world. There's only 4 tracks in this game, by the way. Daytona, Talladega, Sears Point, Watkins Glen. But the real test comes from bumper-to-bumper competition against 15 of the fastest drivers ever to put the pedal to the metal, including Bill Elliott, the hardest charging driver ever born. But redlining your tachometer is only the half of it, because before you can even buckle your seatbelt, you first must select a car, customize it to your specs. This includes choosing the transmission, and a racing or qualifying engine. It also means you adjust your tires, your gear ratio, your spoiler angle. Once you're up and running in the race, keep a careful eye on your gauges for any warning signs. You've got command over an entire pit crew, so do not hesitate to pull over, whether it's to refuel or for something more serious. Remember, good strategy is just as important as natural racing skills when it comes to taking the checker flag. GameFun124, good to see you in the chat, buddy. You remember watching Bill Elliott racing back in the day. I can't say that I remember watching Bill Elliott. I did watch a lot of NASCAR in the 90s. My NASCAR era was the era of Jeff Gordon, when he was brand new and like 20 years old. He was everyone's favorite NASCAR driver. Well, not everyone's favorite, but everyone talked about Jeff Gordon. It was a little later. I think by that time, Bill Elliott was kind of at the end of his career. How to hit the road, Jack. Okay, so start button, and then that brings you to a screen where you have to make all these selections. You got to pick the track, the car, your NASCAR license, whether you're automatically qualifying or whether you want to do qualifying laps. You can practice, you can set your skill level. Novice, opponents are slower than you, and you cannot crash. It's probably the one we're going to do for today's gameplay segment. Rookie, opponents are quicker than a novice and you can crash. And pro is that your opponents race you full out. Note, the music comes on automatically, but if you don't want it, just push select and the music will go away. I don't know who doesn't want to listen to music. That was one of my main gripes with Days of Thunder way back in Season 1. It's just silent the whole game. There's no sound really for the entire game. It's so boring. You get lulled into a sleep. We're definitely going to leave the music on in this one. Licensed to thrill. Even the big boys must have an official NASCAR license. So you have to actually put your name in and obtain an actual NASCAR license with a license number. It's these little touches that make the games more fun, right? More memorable. It's kind of silly, but it sets it apart from other racing games. I don't think we need to talk about how to put your name on your NASCAR license. You get registration numbers, passwords. This is how you can continue your season. So that's why you need your license. It's a gimmick to give you save states, I think. How to make tracks. There are 2 types of tracks to choose from. High banked ovals. Those are the normal loops that everyone's familiar with. Daytona and Talladega are the 2 in this game. But there's also challenging road courses, which are not ovals. They're very windy, like normal road courses. Watkins Glen and Sears Point are the ones they feature. So there's 2 different types of races you can do. To run a single race, move the checkered flag to your preferred track, or else move the flag to the championship season, where presumably you have to race all 4. Yep. In both individual races and the championship season, you can adjust the number of laps in order to make the races longer or shorter. So I guess if you want to do the full 500 miles, you could. I don't know if you'd just be sitting here racing on your Nintendo for hours and hours or what. We probably don't need to do 500 miles. Maybe we'll just start with novice and 10 miles and see how things go. NASCAR point ratings and high score screen. After each race, you get a stats screen showing how well you're performing. Your dream machine. After you select a track, you actually get to pick from one of 3 cars. Now, I think back in this era, there were 4 cars that were typically raced. These 3 are realistic, but they're missing the Buick. There was a Buick that people raced back in the 80s. Unfortunately, you only get to pick one of the 3 cars from that era. The Pontiac Grand Prix, the Ford T-Bird, or the Chevy Lumina. That's the one from Days of Thunder, if you remember bar trivia from that episode back in Season 1. Each one is particularly well suited for different strategies, but ultimately the performance of your car depends on you, the driver, naturally. So you select a car, press A button to lock in your choice, dialing in your racer. So you have a track, you have a speed machine in mind, your car. Here's your chance to fine-tune it. All cars start out evenly matched. The trick is to modify them for optimum performance based on the track you've chosen, and also to fit your own driving style. So you can choose to race or you can choose to practice. Seeing the overview of your track will help you decide how to adjust your car. Press the A button again and you'll go to the garage. If you don't want to make any extra adjustments, just press the start button and you can dive right into the race. Auto qualifying determines your starting position in a race. If you choose no, you must drive 2 qualifying laps to determine your starting position. The faster you go, the closer you'll be to the coveted pole position. But should you lose control and crack up, you'll start in last. If you choose yes for auto qualifying, you just automatically begin the race in a position near the middle of the pack, which is not a true test of your racing stature. To change from yes to no and vice versa, press the A button. Interesting. Another little tidbit about Bill Elliott is he actually also holds the record for the fastest speed, the fastest qualifying speed. Him alone on an open oval track back in the 80s. He has driven the fastest that any NASCAR driver has ever driven in a qualifying lap. And it's a record that will probably never be broken because at some point in the 90s, they implemented the restrictor plate. So today's NASCAR, there are limitations on your customization of your vehicle that essentially mean nobody will likely ever beat his record for the fastest qualifying lap. Little tidbits here and there. Stone Cold, good to see you in the chat. Says is my life. Glad to see you guys could make it to the show. We got started a little late. We had some technical difficulties launching the stream, so you haven't missed much. We're into the manual segment. All right, the tranny, not to be confused with transvestites. We are talking about the transmission, folks. Choose your tranny by pressing the control pad left and right. On oval tracks, you don't need to shift as much, so you should use a manual transmission. Anytime you have to do manual gear shifting in these games, it's like ridiculously hard. You know, unless you drive a vehicle as an adult with a manual transmission, it is difficult to master it in the 8-bit era. I always question games that force you to gear shift on your own. So I'm glad they gave you a way to automatically gear shift so you don't have to figure that out. It's definitely hard to recreate the feel of manually shifting with a manual transmission in the 8-bit era. Modern day racing games make it so much more realistic. It's so much more intuitive and it makes more sense, but it was really hard to do back in the 80s with these video games. The little engine that could. Drivers, before you start your engine, choose one. Press the control pad right or left to select either a racing or qualifying engine. The racing engine is a workhorse built for the long haul. Qualifying engine is built for blistering speeds for short periods of time. So you use that if you want to do the qualifying laps, so you can just gun it, pedal to the metal the whole time. But that doesn't hold up in a real race. So you want to use the racing engine when you're doing more laps. Increase horsepower, best possible time. Do not use the qualifying engine in a race. You'll only get a few laps before the engine blows, yada, yada, yada. To the victor goes the spoiler. The angle of the rear spoiler keeps your car in road traffic and out of air traffic. In other words, it holds the car to the ground, grips the road. More angle puts more force on the back of your car, but tends to slow you down. The flatter the spoiler, the less drag you have. But it's very easy to spin out because the air doesn't push your car into the ground, so you don't grip it as well. So it's like a handling thing. If your spoiler angle is really high, you'll have much better handling but lower speeds. If it's really low, you'll be able to go a lot faster, but you spin out a lot easier. Hint from Bill, spoiler is a key factor. On the ovals, your spoiler should be between 25 degrees and 35 degrees. On the road courses, you should set it between 45 degrees and 70 degrees. If it's set right, you get the downforce you need without excessive drag. Get it in gear. The gear ratio, you can even set your gear ratio in this game. Not just the transmission, not just the spoiler, not just your engine, the gear ratio. It refers to how many RPMs your engine is turning. If it's too low, the engine is turning too many RPMs and can actually explode, ruining your day and taking you out of the race. If it's too high, though, the engine turns too few RPMs and your car accelerates really slowly, prevents you from reaching its full power potential. Your gear ratio can be set anywhere from 2.00 to 4.57. And here's another thought from the master Bill Elliott himself. On ovals, your gear ratio should be set so that when you're in fourth gear, you start to redline the tack. The tack needle is pointing at the beginning of the red line. Doing this will make your car run as fast as possible. On the road courses, a lower ratio gives you the best acceleration because you don't often run the car at top speed. You have to brake a lot more on those road courses. So that's how you set your gear ratio. Goodness gracious, folks. Make sure you're good and tired before you begin. I'm tired from reading through this manual, Bill, but I am thrilled that it's so detailed because I think it's really fun. I just, don't have an hour to read through the manual on my live show. You didn't know that when you wrote it. Tire stagger is the size difference between the inside tires and the outside tires. You want to adjust the stagger in your tires to compensate for the degree of the bank on individual turns when your car isn't handling properly. To shoot through turns, the inside tires are usually smaller, this is real, smaller than the outside tires. Tire stagger is more important on oval tracks than it is on a road course where you're constantly turning in both directions. Think of it. If you're on an oval, you're always turning the same direction, always. So the inside tires are smaller than the outside tires. Tire tip from Bill. Increase your tire stagger if you want to try to hold a line at higher speeds. Too much stagger, you lose handling, you spin out easily. If your car is quote-unquote loose, that means the back end wants to come out and spin you out in turns. You need to tighten the stagger. If the car is pushing you when you go into the turns, if it's pushing you towards the outer wall, you need to loosen your tire stagger. And when all of your adjustments have been selected, press the A button and your crew of mechanics go to work. To bypass the mechanic setup screen, press the A button again. And finally, you'll be ready to race. Prepare to race will flash on the screen. Press the start button to start the race. To go back into game select screen, press the select button. All right, here's some game modes. Practice makes perfect. You can practice drafting, passing, following a line, and pitting. So if you want to practice all these techniques, you can do so without having to practice in a regular race. So to draft, you want to stay tight behind the car in front of you. That's how drafting works. It saves you gas, and you can achieve higher speeds with less acceleration. That's the technique of drafting. You need to be drafting in Daytona and Talladega. If you're not running in the draft with the lead cars, you're going to lose position and slip to the back of the pack. Now, the slingshot is also a great technique. You need to execute this at a precise moment. When you're drafting on the car in front of you, you swing out around them, get a temporary speed boost, and try to slingshot around them. That's how the slingshot works. I don't think we're going to read too much because we want to get to the game segment eventually today. Okay. Passing. The ability to pick and choose how and when you pass a car is crucial. I'm probably not going to practice on today's segment because we only have an hour to play this game, but passing is important. It's important to learn how to do it without crashing and bouncing off of other cars. This is a hyper-realistic simulation of a real NASCAR race, so you can't just bounce off of cars and walls. When you hit other cars and you hit other walls, You will crash and it will ruin your race. It's not like arcade racing where you can just go crazy and bounce off of everyone and take no damage. Following a line refers to the optimal path your car takes around the track. So we all know shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Quickest way to get around any track or course is to keep your car's path or line as straight as possible. That's all we're going to say about that. Okay. Tells you how to do that. Pitting, another practice. Pitting strategy is a key factor in winning or losing, running well, running up front, or in the back of the field. The time you spend on pit row is lost track position, so get in and out quickly and as efficiently as possible. With few exceptions, everyone will pit for gas and for fresh tires during a caution period when you see the yellow flag. When you do pit under green racing, getting right or left side tires and gas is the most you can do without losing too much track position. When green flag pit stops are made, everyone will pit about the same time, so the running order remains about the same if everyone has good clean stops. On a super speedway, seconds lost in the pits equals 2, 3, 4 or more football fields. With competition as tough as it is in NASCAR, that could be the difference between winning and losing a race. Final lap consideration. Because it's so competitive, you must never stop adjusting and improving your car. Testing and practicing different car setups is crucial, folks. It's crucial. I need a drink. I've been reading for too long. Okay. Finally, the controls. So your start button pauses, your B button brakes, and your A button accelerates. Your control pad will help you upshift. Up to upshift, down to downshift. Steering, you just need to go left and right. To shift, you must release the A button for a fraction of a second. Like I said, hyper realistic. You cannot shift with your foot on the gas. So when you are ready to upshift or downshift, you have to let off the A button, hit up or down, and then push the A button again to accelerate again. Very realistic. Here is a view to a thrill. Here's a bird's eye view of your surroundings. Study everything carefully. You have a rear view mirror, your position indicator, and your lap indicator. You can set it for full 200 laps if you want. If you want the full realistic experience of a NASCAR race. You have a steering reference dot for a centered steering wheel. Your speedometer, how fast you're going in miles per hour. Your tachometer shows you your RPMs. That indicates when you need to upshift or downshift, right? Your oil pressure gauge, your temperature gauge, your fuel gauge. If any of things overheats or gets out of control, you run out of fuel, your engine will blow and you will lose the race for that reason alone. You have race conditions, a gear shift and gearbox to tell you what gear you're in, a damage light to tell you when your car's about to explode, and a fuel warning light to warn you when you're about to run out of gas. You need to go into the pits when any of these things happen so they can fix your car and fill you up with gas. Whew. Okay, folks, let's talk about race conditions. There's a flag indicator on the dash that alerts you to race conditions. It changes colors accordingly. Yellow means you're in caution. White means there's one lap left. Green indicates normal racing conditions. Black tells you you will be disqualified if you do not pit for repairs within a few laps. Black with a white cross means you have been disqualified. The coveted checker flag waves only for the winner of the race. You don't want to get disqualified. If you're low on gas or damaged, warning lights blink. Blink faster if you do not pit to correct the situation. Do not wait until it goes solid. That means you've run out of gas and you are immediately disqualified. So, this game features pit stops, right? When you go into the pit to take a pit stop, you can refuel, change your tires, tire stagger, adjust your spoiler in the middle of a race, and repair minor damage. Your pit number equals your starting position. You must enter the pits by turning off the track into the pit lane. While racing, steer your car to the inner pit lane. It's marked by a red arrow sign and an extra lane outside of the normal track lane markers. At the end of the pit lane, your view will change to pit row. Once you're cruising, press the A button to accelerate or the B button to brake. Shifting is automatic while in pit row. Press the control pad in the desired direction to steer your car. You don't want to crash into other cars on pit road or the pit row walls. When you find your pit area and your special number, that's where you want to pull in for your pit stop. Excuse me. If you overrun your pit area, you'll have to go back onto the track and come around again. It's very difficult. Once you're in the pit area, you have 20 seconds of free time. That's free time, life stops, real life stops, all the time stops. There's no penalty, but you only have 20 seconds to decide what you want them to work on in the pit. So you have to decide what work you want done. You need to select between 4 options, I think. You need to pick how many tires you want to change, if you just want gas, if you want to adjust any other things. And then I guess at the end of 20 seconds, the work starts, and your pit crew will take care of your car and fix things. Once it's done, you steer out of the pits back onto the track, and you have 2 minutes to enter pit road, decide what you want done, complete the work, and get back on the track. If you take longer than 2 minutes, you'll be out of the race for good. If you only need a little bit of fuel or just to repair minor damage, you just press the start button to interrupt your crew, and you'll leave the pits quicker. It's most useful toward the end. Ooh, if you're involved in a crash, your car is towed to the pit and repaired, but you will lose 1 lap on the rest of the field when you resume. Good Lord. So you have spoiler adjustment, refueling, tire change one side, tire stagger, repair damage, or tire change both sides. If you select tire stagger instead of a tire change option, the crew automatically changes your right side tires. And in case you were wondering, here, the last bit of this manual is the NASCAR glossary. You have aerodynamics, the study of airflow, the forces of resistance and pressure that result from airflow flowing under and over, the apron, the banking, the chute, the downforce, the drafting of the drag, the dynameter, the EIRI, E-I-R-I, the S's, the groove, the handling, Jack the Bear. A car is said to be running like Jack the Bear when it's running at optimum efficiency. I've never heard that any time before in my entire life. But now we know Jack the Bear is actual NASCAR terminology. I'm hearing from you guys there's some buffering. I hope it's fixing itself. I haven't gotten any warnings. We'll look to fix it when we get to the break before the game starts, so stick with us. I'm sure we'll be able to resolve it shortly. And then there's more terms for the NASCAR glossary. If your car is loose, the Magnaflux, NASCAR, what it stands for, P&G, the procedure for checking the cubic inch displacement of an engine, pits, pushing, the ragged edge, running your car to its ragged edge, the extreme limits of what it can do, rear steer, right combination, short track, slick, the slingshot, the spoiler, the stagger, the stroking. A driver is said to be stroking when he lays back and isn't aggressive. A driver may stroke in order to conserve fuel or equipment before the end of the race and then push it to the limit towards the end. So that's the term for taking it easy until the last few laps. Or maybe he has enough season points and he doesn't actually have to win the race. He just has to finish it. So he takes it easy. Super speedway, tri-oval, and all of these terminologies is for reference only. Not all terms actually apply to this game. It's just an extra embellishment from the developers. They want this game to be hyper realistic. It is for you true NASCAR fans. They put all the terminology in that's real life NASCAR terminology. And that's it. You got your warnings, your compliance, and your FCC regulations, treating your game carefully, and the back cover. We got through it, guys. That was the manual. Now you know. If you're a big fan of NASCAR, if you want to pick up a copy of this game, you should try to get a copy of the manual too. It's a fun little memento for your collection, for you retro gaming enthusiasts. There's a lot of good stuff in that manual. A lot of little graphics, a lot of good information. And a lot of it is probably going to be really relevant to understanding this game and to mastering it. So I really kind of hope that we'll be able to figure it out. This is why we saved this game for Fridays, because it might be one of those games that's so hyper realistic, it'll take you hours and hours of play just to figure out how to do it, how to race correctly. We'll see how things go. But before we fire up the game cartridge and get into the gameplay, we're going to take a short 3-minute break. Make yourself a drink, get yourself a milk. All right, folks, welcome back to the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Okay, we're ready. I got my controller here. Say a prayer to the NES gods. I'm going to fire up Bill Elliott's NASCAR challenge, and we're going to play some old school Nintendo with you guys live on the show here. Boom. Whoa, it's very blue. Oh, I like the music. That's intense. There it is. 1991. I'm gonna let it roll. You know, let's see. Just credits. Just some credits, I guess. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's see here. Well, let's start with Daytona. I mean, we should just start with Daytona, right? Let's select the car. Alright, guys, what are your votes? We got some live viewers. Are any of you partial to any of these manufacturers? Should I race the Chevy, the Ford, or the Pontiac? I'm gonna race the Chevy. That's what we're going with. Alright, I'm racing my Chevy Lumina. My NASCAR license, okay. Master G, I need to fill out my license. Get my official NASCAR card. Excellent. Auto qualify. Let's actually do a qualifying lap, because that'll give me a chance to get a feel for the controls. And no, we are not going to be playing on pro difficulty. I think let's set it right to novice, so there's no crashing in novice difficulty. Race or practice? Let's get into it. Let's just race. Here it is, Daytona International Speedway, 2.5 mile tri-oval, 31-degree banking on turns. Bill's best qualifying, 210.364 miles per hour. Took him 42.783 seconds to get around that 2.5 mile tri-oval. Excellent. Oh God, we gotta set all of our car settings. I'm gonna leave it on automatic transmission. Like, maybe if I get the hang of it really quick and it feels like too easy, I'll switch it. But for now, I think we're gonna take the automatic tranny. The race engine or the qualifying engine? I think we got to do qualifying engine, right? Because we are. Oh, here we go. Because we're doing our 2 qualifying laps. What did he say? He said my spoiler angle for the ovals needs to be between 25. Wait, hold on. Oh, the guy's actually. He's actually changing my engine. It's locked. I can't. Did I accidentally finish? I wanted to change the spoiler angle to be flatter. He said between 35 degrees and 45 degrees, didn't he? Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, let's set it at 40. Is that the gear ratio? I mean, that's within he said between 2 and 4.5. So, I mean, that's fine for the gear ratio. And then the tire stagger. Oh, Tiff joining us late. We're playing your game. I think you requested this one. Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. You tuned in just in time. We're about to do our qualifying lap for Daytona. I don't know what to set my tire stagger at. I don't remember. Did he give us advice? I don't remember what my tire stagger is supposed to be, so I'm just going to go with that. Look at my little mechanic. He's fixing my spoiler. Is he fixing everything else? Are we good? He's fixing my tires. We're just getting ready for the qualifying laps. We got to do 2 qualifying laps. We have it set on novice, which means we can't crash. It's the lowest difficulty setting. It basically just makes it so you can't spin out. This game is hyper realistic. Like, they tried to make it as close to the real thing. Like, half of this game is just configuring your car. Okay, let's do it. All right, first person view. I thought there was going to be music. Okay. Alright, alright. Easy. Man. Oh, man, it's hard. You gotta, like, feather it. Feather the steering wheel into the turns. Okay, I got it. I got it now. Let's go from the high side. Oh, I didn't brake enough. Oh god. Guys, I think my qualifying lap's gonna put me in last place. Oh man, the turns are hard. The turns are real hard. You really do gotta like feather the steering wheel. Alright, that was good. We took that at full speed. That was pretty good. There's no music at all? I thought it said there was music you could select. Oh man, look at that. That was good. I took that turn at almost full speed. See, like, the problem is my max speed is 191 miles per hour, but I feel like it should be in the 200s. Like, I feel like I've configured my car wrong. You know what I mean? Like, one of my settings is wrong, because I should be able to go over 200 miles an hour. Wasn't it select? Was select the music? I gotta figure out how to get the music on. Wait! Oh, I did do a good lap. I did finish one solid good lap. I qualified in first. I'm in pole position. Holy crap, guys. Did I switch my engine? Did I use the race engine instead of the qualifying engine? Well, let's see here. We got Bill Elliott, Bo Johansson, T-Bone Henry, Cooter Davis, Buddy Kiss Jr., Doc Jones, Lamar Stevens, Mick Jacobs, Jim Bob Lee. I think these are all fictional, right? Like, I don't think these were actual racers from the 80s, were they? I hope not. All right. Auto race. Goodness, I don't even know. Like, I qualified in pole position, so maybe I just leave my settings the way they are. Maybe I just don't touch them. Oh, who's this guy?
Drivers, start your engine.
Oh, nice. It's got like a voiceover work. Oh, that's sweet. Alright, here we go. We're in pole position. Oh, look, you can see him passing me on the rear. See, yeah, my acceleration's not where it should be. I also forgot how to drive. Okay. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. We got it. How many laps? 8 laps. Get around this guy. Oh boy. Taking that turn right. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gaining on him. I'm gaining on him. Let's draft off of this guy. Let's draft off of this cat. Slingshot. Ooh, I hit the wall. He got by me. Come on now. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. What do you guys think of it so far? It's better than Days of Thunder already, I'll tell you that. I don't think any of our live viewers today were watching me live in Season 1 when I was on Twitch. But we played Days of Thunder, and that game was just miserable. It didn't even make any sense. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I already like this game more than Days of Thunder. I already like this game. Come on. Come on, let's pass him. Ah! I can't pass a guy in the turn. I should have just braked. I should have just put on the brake. I don't think I can pass him in the turn. I'm not good enough yet. I haven't figured out how to do it. I must have took some damage because my top speed's lower. Oh, I am passing him in the turn. Look at this. Alright, I'm in third. Days of Thunder was actually my first Friday game. I opened with Super Mario 1, but my first Friday game was Days of Thunder. I knew it was a terrible game, so that's what started the Friday tradition of saving bad games for Friday episodes. Not that this is a bad game. I mean, some of our Friday episodes actually turned out to be really fun and interesting games. Oh, that was bad. Oh, no. I screwed that turn up. Ah. It tells me I'm, what is it? I'm 2.6 seconds behind the leader. Is that what that is? What's that 2.6 seconds up top? I don't even know how to pit. Like, we didn't practice that. If I have to pit, I'm in trouble because I don't know what I'm doing. I should have practiced pit stops first. Because you know we're going to have to pit at some point, right? I mean, this is as fast as I can go. I'm not gaining on this guy. Wait, what's low? Oh, my fuel's low? Oh, no. My fuel's low, guys. I am going to have to pit. I don't know. Should we try to pit? We're doing so well. Oh, everybody's pitting. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, I missed it? Oh, no, I missed it. Well, I'm in first now because everybody pitted except me. Come on now. Come on now. Maybe we can get through the pit quick. Just get fuel and get out. I don't know what I'm doing when we go into the pit. I don't even know where the pit stop is. I think it's around this turn. I think pit lane's over here. Right? Oh no! I missed my pits. I missed my pit box, guys. I didn't realize I had to like control him. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh no, I missed my pit box. I probably have enough fuel though, right? But I already lost position because I went into pit lane. No. Oh no. Oh, it was going so well. There's only 2 laps left. Maybe I don't need to pit. Maybe I have enough fuel. Maybe I can just push it, right? I guess we gotta figure out how to pit. It's close. Alright, fuel. Where's the fuel? Alright, that's enough fuel. Let's go. Oh no, I'm in 8th position. I gotta make up some position, guys. 2 laps. 2 laps to go, I'm in 8th. Oh no, I'm not even gonna see any guys. Alright, well, we would have finished in the top 3 if I knew how to do the pit stop. I think it's okay. Because, I mean, we're in the middle of the pack. We're not in last. We're only 18 seconds off the lead. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God, that was bad. Wait, did I blow my engine? Oh, no, it just ended. Someone got first, so that's it. That was intense, guys. I'm not gonna lie, that was intense. Master G, I beat Doc Jones. Bill Elliott, of course, in first. He's probably gonna be in first in every race. Pander to Bill. T-Bone Henry got second, and Bo Johansson. All right, well, I mean, it wasn't a terrible first run, right? Like for our warm up lap, like, I mean, I beat the Doc. You're right, I beat the Doc. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. So far, this game is awesome. This is not a bad Friday game. I wasn't sure. I just remembered how bad Days of Thunder was. Mitch, you're back. We finished 8th in our first race at Daytona. That's not actually terrible. We actually probably would have finished in the top 3 if I didn't screw up the pit stop. I missed my pit box. That's what happened. I missed it, and I had to go back around the track. This game is like super realistic. Should we just do Daytona again, or should we try a different track? Let's try Talladega. I'm scared to do these like road races, you know? I'm scared. I'll do Talladega. You know, you can also set it for the full race, like 200 laps, you know? I could do 200 laps of one of these if you guys wanted to watch me do 200 laps for the next 45 minutes. Yeah, Mitch, I'm surprised too. Like, I only do Friday games because I'm not sure if they're any good. Some of our Friday games have actually been really fun. I think this is in that category. It's not a bad game. Should we stick with the Chevy, or should we switch up the car? Anybody want to try a different car? Let's try the Pontiac. Let's drive the Pontiac, the Grand Prix. Do I have to put my name in again? No, you still remember my name. Okay. Auto qualify. No, I want to do qualifying. Do you think we're ready to up it to rookie? The only difference between novice and rookie is in novice you can't crash, but in rookie you can. Let's do one. Let's do one on rookie and see if I can get through a whole race without crashing. All right. Talladega, Alabama. Like you said, man, you used to live there, Son of My Life. One of our fans. Talladega is life, man. Definitely. It's definitely everyone's favorite. Well, I don't know if it's everyone's favorite race. It was my favorite race. It's the fastest, and it's the craziest. 2.66 mile tri-oval, 33-degree banking. Bill's best qualifying. And this is the world record. 212 miles an hour, 0.809. Believe it or not, Bill Elliott holds the record. This was before the restrictor plate. So nobody's ever going to beat that again. The fastest anybody has ever completed a single lap at any NASCAR race. Crazy, right? Okay, here's all the settings. Let's switch to the qualifying engine. Let's leave the automatic transmission. I mean, I kind of like the spoiler, but maybe we can get some extra speed if we lower it. Let's go to 35 degrees. See if we can pick up some more speed. I don't know about the gear ratio. What was the shtick in the manual about the gear ratio? On ovals, it should be set. Come on, Bill. I just need some tips. I just need you to tell me what I should set it at. Okay, never mind. It's not going to tell me what I should set it at. We'll leave it at 3. We'll leave the tire stagger at 1, and we'll just go with it. I mean, let's be real. I qualified in pole position on my first attempt, so I'm probably doing something right. Ooh, you really gotta feather it into these turns. You gotta like tap it, just like button mash the left. The turns are hard, guys. 192 top speed. I don't know if that's good enough for Talladega. There's a lot in the manual about car setup, but it tells you all about like how it works, and then a lot of sections of the manual will have like a note from Bill Elliott saying, here's what you should set it at, and here, you know, for each type of track. But the gear ratio he doesn't say. He just says it should be set between 2 and 4.5. But he doesn't say why, you know. And I don't know what should I set it at, 2 or 4.5. So I set it at 3. But he does tell you, like, it does say in the manual like what you should do for like the spoiler angle and the tire stuff. Tiff wants to see 200 laps. I mean, I'm happy to do a full race. I don't know. How much do you guys want to see a road race? Because I would just as soon do Daytona a full 200 laps and just see how far we get. Because, I mean, we got at least 30 more minutes. Or just do like a championship season next. Let's see what I qualified for here. Last, I had my settings all wrong. My settings were good for Daytona, but my settings were way off. Dude, I was 2 seconds behind the next person. Oh, that's brutal. So that's what I mean. Like, the hyper realism of this game, it's all about customizing your car's settings for each track. I was feeling pretty good about that, but yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't have the right settings for that. Okay. Let's lower that so I can go faster. I need to get my top speed up for sure. What does he say? Let's see what he says in the manual here. Hold on a second. Okay. Dialing in your racer. All right, spoiler. On the ovals between 25 and 35. So let's make it the fastest. On road, okay, getting in gear, he doesn't give you any advice. So we'll leave it at 3. Actually, let's lower it. Let's lower it. See what happens. Should it be lower to go faster? If it's too high, the engine will turn too few RPMs. If it's low, we should get the most out of our RPM. What about the tire stagger? What am I supposed to do with tire stagger? Increase it if you want to hold a line at higher speeds. I probably do in Talladega, right? I never want to let off the gas in Talladega. What's the highest I can set at? 3. All right, that's our settings. We have optimized our vehicle for the fastest it can possibly go with no handling whatsoever. That's what we're doing. Do you guys want to watch the guy set it up for me? I love all the embellishments in this game. Like, it's silly, right? Like, it's silly to have this in. It has no effect on gameplay, but it's the little things like this that make these old 8-bit games so memorable. You know what I mean? Watching the guy set your car up. Oh, shoot. You're right. I need to... Oh, no. I already did the qualifying engine, but this is the race. So, yeah, we're good. And then we get the voiceovers.
Drivers, start your engines.
Let's do it. Prepare to race. Oh, man. We're just, like, right into it. Oh, yeah, because I'm in last place. I got to pass everyone. Man. My acceleration is poor. Dude, I'm coming through these turns wicked fast. It's a good thing I'm on novice difficulty and I can't spin out. I only did 8 laps. After this race, we'll see what like a full race feels like. Because I feel like I got a good feel for this game now. Although I changed the settings, so now I can't do these turns right. I need to figure out how much to feather the steering wheel at the turn. Slingshot. I'm in 11th. It's not terrible. We got some work to do in just 8 laps. It's all going to come down to that pit stop, guys. I'm just going to get like a splash of gas at the pit stop and nothing else. Tenth ain't bad. I can probably catch this guy. Dude, my top speed is even slower than it was in qualifying. Man, I really need to figure out the settings for my automobile, my car here. Dude, I took that turn at full speed. You can't get any better than that. That's as fast as I can go in the turns. I didn't hit anything. I had my gas pedal down the whole time. In 9th. Come on, catch this guy. You gotta be able to catch this guy, right? Yeah, there we go. Come on now. Draft off of him, draft off of him. Ready for the slingshot? Ready for the slingshot? Here we go. He cut me off, man. I was trying to go inside and he cut me off. He knows what he's doing. Oh, man, challenging. There's smart drivers here. It's that turn where there's no banking that screws me up, you know? When there's banking, I think I got it, like, figured out. Like, I can take the bank turns at almost full speed. Oh, man, I'm screwing this up, guys. I'm screwing this up real bad. Ah! Dang it. Come on now. Come on now. "13.5 seconds off the leader." Dude, it's that. I have to brake because there's no banking. That's what screws me up every time. Stagger the tires more. That might be it. That might be it. You might be right. Ooh, this was a good turn. This was a good full speed turn. It's not the bank. Oh my god, I'm low on fuel already? Is everyone else pitting? Shoot. I guess I gotta pit. Did anybody remember where the pit lane was? I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no. Come on. Okay, here we are. We're in pit lane. Oh, I'm in the first box? Oh no. I thought I was going to be in the oh, cuz I that's why, because I qualified last. So I'm in the very first pit box. I don't know why I didn't know that. I mean, I know that. Every racing fan knows that's how it works. I don't know why I had a brain fart. I was thinking I would be in the very last pit box again. But since I qualified last, I'm in the very first pit box. Oh, I screwed that up again. I screwed it up again. Maybe we don't need fuel. What do you think the chances are we can just push it and not pit for gas? There's only 3 oh, it's beeping faster now, guys. It's beeping faster. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. Come on, Master G. Come on, Master G. I better do it. I'm gonna run out. Oh, I missed it! I missed it! Guys, I missed it! No, wait, that wasn't it. It was this. This is the pit lane. No, it's not. That's also not the pit lane. Oh, where is pit lane? That was just some random infield. Come on, come on, come on. Two laps left. Am I gonna run out of fuel? I'm in 4th place. Oh no. I crashed. Oh no. Oh no. Please turn in your NASCAR license for one crash. Come on, for one crash at Talladega. All the crashes happen at Talladega. If you haven't crashed at Talladega, you're not a true NASCAR driver. Oh, man. I was doing so well. Oh, I was doing so well. DNF. Did not finish. Oh, you're gonna make me watch Bill Elliott get another trophy? There are so many little embellishments like that license thing that make this game good. If I haven't read the reviews about this game, but if anybody has anything to negative to say about this game, they're fools, man. This might be one of the best racing games on the NES. Like, it's definitely the most realistic. It's hard. You really do have to master it. Alright. I did better at Daytona, so let's go back to Daytona. Let's do the full 500 miles. We're gonna start a race. We'll see how far we get. Let's be realistic here. I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash and knock out of this race before we finish, for sure. Let's just auto qualify, because you know we're pressed for time. We want to get going, so we'll auto qualify this time. We'll keep it on rookie, so it's possible for us to crash. And let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Oh, you're gonna put me in last? I thought it put me in the middle of the pack when I auto qualify. All right, whatever. I can do last. I can do it. I'm gonna switch back to my previous settings. We'll go 30. We'll go 2. We'll lower you back down to 2. Let's do that. That's good. That's good. Start it up. We got 200 laps to do. We got 200 laps to do. Ooh. Balls to the wall. What am I going to do for the next season of the NES Happy Hour? Well, you'll just have to stay tuned to find out. I'm glad you asked, though. I've already started picking out what games I'm going to be playing next season, in Season 5. Yeah, draft cars before the turn, pass on the straightaway. Here we go. I'm just going to be trying not to crash. Oh God, thread it. Thread it. It looks like they're all taking a high line on the straightaways, so maybe I just go low on the straightaways and just take it easy on the turns. You know? I can probably pass a lot of these guys if I go low on the straightaways. Especially if they're all going to go high. Alright, here we go. Ooh, no. Oh, no. That was bad. That was real bad. Oh, I screwed that turn up real bad. How much damage does my car have? Yeah, this is full 200 laps, guys. We'll see if we can get through the rest of the gameplay segment without crashing. That's really good. That'd be really impressive. All right, we're in 10th. We're passing people. We're doing it. We're doing it. I'm not going into these turns very smoothly. Once I'm in the turn, I can stay in the turn at full speed. But like entering the turns, I'm really struggling with getting the mechanics down, you know? Oh, that one was pretty good. Except this guy. Except this jerk. Get out of my way. Is that the Earnhardt? Is that the number 3 car? Oh no. Dude, he is just muscling me out of the line, man. He's gonna be hard to pass. He's putting up a fight. I don't know what to do about this guy. There we go. No, for real? Oh, this guy's the worst. This guy's my new nemesis right here. What number car is this? Past him. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. It's my track. That was smoother. I did a better job into that turn. I definitely did a better job there. He's trying to pass me on the inside. You see him in the rearview mirror? No way, bro. Ah! I let him get by. It's alright, we'll pass him again. Man, this guy. I'm gonna be battling this guy the whole race, I think. Dude, he is always in my way. He is just always in my way. That's my straightaway right there. I got more top speed than all these guys. I just don't have the handling. I went balls to the wall on this setup. No handling, max speed. Oh, I have a feeling we're gonna run out of fuel in a second. Shake and bake, baby. Dude, this guy, you need to back off, bro. Why are you fighting me so hard for 10th? We got 195 laps to go. You need to just let me pass you, bro. Just let me pass you. He's battling me. He's battling me so hard for 10th. Or 9th, I guess. 9th and 10th. Oh, I crushed that turn. Crushed it. That's a thing of beauty right there. Master G. Ooh, 32 seconds off the leader. Ugh, God, I screwed that turn up again. Screwed it up real bad. Where's the next car? I need to find number 8. Where's the 8th place guy? No! Oh, I saw him trying to get me. I'm looking at my rear view mirror trying to block this guy because he's being a jerk. I screw up every one of those turns and he passes me every time. Where'd that guy come from? What? Well, where was that guy coming? Was he coming off a pit lane going 10 miles an hour right in the middle of the track? You're not automatically out of the race yet. I just lose a whole lap. Now I'm a whole lap down on everyone. Now I gotta pass everyone. Because I ran into a guy coming off a pit lane. How would I know? How would I know he's coming off a pit lane going so dang slow? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many elements of this game that are so realistic, though. I mean, I am just impressed that they were able to design a game like this. I am. I'm not gonna lie. This might be the most surprising thing from Season 4. Of all the games we've played, this might be the most surprising and unexpected game. I could definitely play this all day. Oh my god, another guy. Another guy going 2 miles an hour. That guy needs to have his license pulled. I need to know, you know, where's my pit boss? Where's my guy in the earpiece? Where's my guy in the earpiece saying, hey, there's a guy coming off a pit lane. Ease up on the gas. You know, someone needs to warn me. I need a spotter. Where's my spotter at? Oh my goodness, I crashed again. I crashed right off a pit. Oh, this is getting silly. No, I don't want gas. I just want to go. Let's go. Gun it. How far behind am I? Oh no, I can only go 101 miles an hour. I didn't fix any of the damage. I think we're toast. I think we're toast. Because I just raced off a pit because I was annoyed. Now we're a full minute behind. Now we're a full minute. Where's pit? Are we on caution? Oh, we're on caution. That's why I'm going so... Oh, we're on caution because I keep crashing. That's why we're on a caution lap. I just saw the yellow flag there down on my dash. I can't go faster than this because we're in caution. But all those guys behind me are about to lap me. That's about to happen. As soon as we get the green flag, that's gonna happen. We gonna get a green flag? How many laps do we got to do under caution? What are they, cleaning the track? I haven't seen any of the like cleaner guys out there. Oh, here we go. It's green. Now I'm a full lap down. I think our day is over. I may as well just wreck out of the race. Surrender. Oh, there's Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott just lapped me. You see it? It says Elliott on his bumper. I just got lapped by Bill Elliott himself in Bill Elliott's Challenge NASCAR Racing. I should have left it on novice difficulty where you can't crash. But I upped it to rookie. That was my mistake. I got cocky. I thought I was doing so well in our warm-up races. Oh man. Can't believe Bill lapped me. That's embarrassing. Come on, you got it, buddy. If I can do 50 more laps that clean, we should be good, right? No way I do 50 laps that clean. I'm falling even further behind. jeez. It's gonna take me 3 hours to get caught back up. Is there a way to reset? I think I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna tap out, and here's why. Because I want to do one of the road races and see what that's like. We already failed. We failed in our 200 lap experiment, but now it's time. Now it's time to try one of these road races. Either Sears Point or Watkins Glen. Let's do this one. This one looks hard. Definitely not doing 500 miles. Let's just do like the short one. See if we can do that, and then we'll go to bar trivia. Let's do 20. Let's do 8 laps. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do rookie. Why not? Sears Point. What a mess. I'm gonna crash so hard in this one, guys. You know it. You know it. 15th they put me in. I mean, I don't know. What do I want? I want probably I probably want a much higher. I want much more downforce. That's good. Why not? Let's do that.
Drivers, start your engines.
Start your engines. Man, we started off qualifying first for pole position at Daytona, and it's been all downhill ever since. Oh, look at the graphics. Oh, I wasn't expecting the graphics to be awesome. Oh, everybody's going really slow. Okay. Easy, Master G. Easy. You just need to, like, brake. You need to brake more. I'm gonna need to brake on this one, I think. Passed that guy pretty smoothly, right? That, I definitely need to slow way down for that turn. Look at me going 40 miles an hour. Is this even a race? Like, are all these cars going 50 miles an hour? Is that for real? Okay, we're in 12th. This is like our only straightaway. Ooh, okay, definitely need to brake there. Yep, definitely screwed that up. This is way different than oval racing. Way different. But somehow I didn't lose that much position. So you need to, like, really brake. These turns don't look like they're going to be a problem, but if you don't slow down to like 20 miles an hour, they are a problem. Come on, where's the 11th place? Oh, dang, okay. Yep, screwed that up. Definitely got to slow down to almost a stop there. Jeez. I can't remember, like, which turn it is that I have to slow down so far on. No, I don't want to take a pit. I'm getting the hang of it, slowly. I just have to remember where that one turn is that you gotta be, like, stopped. That, like, hairpin, you know? Catching this guy. Got that right. Well, wasn't smooth, but I didn't spin out. Alright, here we go. Let's get him. Let's get him. This is the one right here. Got him. Alright, where's the 10th place guy? Where's he at? He's next. He's next on my... Oh, that's the turn. Every time. Like, I don't know how I could remember that that's the turn. That's the hairpin. It doesn't feel like the hairpin, you know? Like, graphically. But that's the one you have to be, like, at a dead stop to get through. Come on. 7 laps to go. 7 laps, baby. Let's see if we can get at least, like, 5th. That's probably optimistic, isn't it? It's just that... Okay, I gotta stop talking. I was gonna say, it's really just that one turn. Is this one right here? No? Man, I'm so far behind the leader. I'm already over a minute back. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job with this race. That was good. Brake. Going 100 miles an hour there. Man, these ones are hard. Is that Bill? Did Bill just lap me? Was that Bill Elliott and he just lapped me again? I just got lapped twice. 2 different races. I think that was Bill. Good Lord. Because this is the 10th place guy, I bet. Caught up to him. I have too much damage. I've only done like 2 laps? How many laps have I done? 2? Oh my god. I'm already like, I need to pit because I damaged my car too much. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know what I'm doing on the road races. That's clearly a problem. Oh no, I'm bouncing off of the infield. Oh, we're a mess. Alright, I guess I better pit. I was the second. I was this one right here. Oh no, no, no. Go. Alright, there we go. How do I fix damage? How do I fix the damage? I don't know what damage is. Oh well. I don't know if I did that right. Oh man. Okay. It's fun little graphics for like infield and pit lane though. I love that. Apparently I have fixed my damage. You don't have to choose, you just have to like go to pit. And they fix whatever damage you have, I guess. I mean, all things considered, that wasn't a terrible pit stop. I only lost a couple positions. I'm still only about a minute off the leader. So, I mean, all things considered, that was still probably our best pit ever. Whoop. Wow, that's no good. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm wrecking out. I think we're going to have to wrap it, guys. I think that's it. I think that's it for Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. I mean, I had fun playing it. We played for a solid hour, I think. Woo! Woo! Cheers, folks. A pleasant surprise with today's Friday game. I actually, this is a game I'm probably going to pick up again just for fun, not for streaming. A great cocktail, a great manual, a great game. I hope nobody has anything bad to say about this game. As far as racing games on the NES go, I mean, this game tried to do a lot. Like, they tried to simulate what I would have said is that's way too much. You're never going to be successful trying to simulate with that level of detail real NASCAR. Yet, here we are, and I'm buying it. Like, you got to learn. You got to learn all the settings. You got to learn how to configure your car. You got to learn all the different tracks. You got to do it. I'm impressed with this game, so I'm going to call this one 2 thumbs up. The show's not over, guys. We're going to take a short 3-minute break, but we're going to be back with the Bar Trivia Challenge, Bill Elliott's NASCAR edition. You might guess the question. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Bowser Jr. XD, I assume we play trivia in the chat. You are correct. I'm glad to have you. Oh, we got some good live viewers today. Yeah, let me tell you about the Bar Trivia Challenge. It's your standard bar trivia. Now, I am your host, so I have scoured the internet for 5 questions. I'm going to present them to you. They're all multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. This box above me, obviously, that's your chat now. Everything you type from now on appears up above me. There's no prizes for winning, although I will say that in the history of this show, I think it's only happened maybe 3 or 4 times that anybody got all 5 questions right. I'll start you off with what I think is the easiest. We'll end with my favorite. Question number 4 is usually the hardest. It is very difficult to get all 5 right. But I'm excited that we got some new contestants. So make yourselves, make yourself known to some of our regular viewers. Welcome to Bowser. I think Bowser's going to be playing today. I'm super pumped. All right, here we go. Here is the Bar Trivia Challenge. Bill Elliott NASCAR Challenge edition of the Bar Trivia Challenge. Yeah, how is the lag? Good call on the lag check. Sometimes there's about a 10 to 12 second lag with the chat. So normally I give everyone 10 seconds to get your answers in the chat. If I know you're going to be playing, though, I'll give you extra time. I'll stall so that way you have a chance to get your guesses up there in the chat. All right, without further ado, guys, let's dive right into the Bar Trivia Challenge. I don't know. I wonder if Mitch is coming back. Mitch, are you there? I hope Mitch is coming back. Mitch always plays bar trivia with us. Okay, here we go. Question number 1 is this. I told you I revealed some of the answers in today's show. If you were watching the whole episode, you would probably know this. I even mentioned the one that was not. Here is the question. Which of the following was not one of the 3 cars featured for players to select in today's game? That is question number 1. Which of the following was not one of the 3 cars featured for players to select in today's game? Was it A, the Pontiac Grand Prix? Was it B, the Chevrolet Lumina? Was it C, the Buick Regal? Or was it D, the Ford Thunderbird? All 4 cars were standard stock cars in NASCAR during this era. Only 3 of these cars made it into Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge for the NES. One of them did not make it into the game today. Which one was it? You have 10 seconds. Clock starts now. Ooh, right off the bat, we got to guess a C. Another guess a C. Mitch, what's your guess? I know Mitch is playing too. Ooh, you're going with B, the Chevy Lumina. This is your warm-up question. I will reveal the answer. It is C, the Buick Regal. Mitch, I think you joined us a little late today, and I think that's why you missed the bit where I was talking about the 4 cars and the fact that the Buick was missing. But yeah, the Buick Regal was a stock car that people raced in NASCAR in the 80s. Bowser nailed it. It was the last year, I believe, in 1991. This game was released in 1991. They went with the other 3, the Pontiac Grand Prix, the Chevy Lumina, and the Ford Thunderbird. And those were the 3 cars you could choose to race in today's hyper-realistic game. Oh, goodness. I knew we were gonna get NASCAR fans for today's episode. I hope these trivia questions hold up. I'm not a NASCAR expert. I did my best to pull out 5 good NASCAR questions. All right, that was your warm-up question. Question 1 is finished. Question 2 is this. How many members are there in a NASCAR pit crew? Is the answer A, 5, B, 7, C, 10, or D, 12? A standard NASCAR pit crew, the guys that run out into the pit box and do things like switch your tires, jack up your car, fill up your fuel, and all that stuff. How many members are there in the traditional NASCAR pit crew? 5, 7, 10, or 12? Those are your choices. Think about it. Get me those guesses in the chat. I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll start the clock now. Bowser's going with B. Mitch is guessing A. Son is my life. I will give you a chance to answer. What's your guess there? You're going with 7, B. So we have 2 guesses of B, 1 guess of A, and the correct answer is B, 7. That is correct. Let me see if I can remember. I didn't write it all down in my notes. You have the fuel guy. You also have 2 jackmen or 1 jackman, but you have 2 guys that unscrew the tires basically, and then 2 guys that also roll out the new tires and put the tires in place. So you have 4 tire guys, maybe 2 jackmen, 1 for each side, and maybe a fuel canister guy who refills your fuel. 7. I hope that's right. You NASCAR fans are going to tear me apart. I know it. I know you know more than I know about the truth. But Bowser, you did get it right. So you knew there were 7. Son is my life, you knew there were 7. Mitch, I'm sorry, it's okay. Maybe NASCAR is not your sport. That's okay. Question number 3, though, you might have a chance here. Question number 3 is this. Which of the following NASCAR drivers has the record for the most race wins with 200? I hope I got this right. I know I got the answer right for the guy who holds the record. I hope he has 200 wins. Just for context, nobody else in history even comes close to this guy's record of 200 NASCAR race wins. Which of the following drivers has that record? Is it A, Bill Elliott? Is it B, Richard Petty? Is it C, Jeff Gordon? Or is it D, Dale Earnhardt? All fun drivers, all very relevant in different eras of racing. Only one of them has the record for the most wins, 200. Which one is it? I'll give you 10 seconds. Clock starts now. Yeah, second most is only 105. Isn't that crazy? You're going B, Richard Petty. We got 2 guesses of Richard Petty. It seems like we have a true NASCAR fan in the house in Bowser Jr. Yeah, favorite driver, Richard Petty. Oh, yeah, you guys all know this one. You all know this one. It is, of course, Richard Petty. I try to put these questions in order, starting with the easiest and ending with the hardest, but I never know who's going to be tuning into the live show. This obviously was a little bit easier because you guys all knew this one. Probably more people know that Richard Petty is the king of NASCAR. Definitely holds the record for the most race wins. You nailed it. All right, question number 4. This one is our hardest question. Question number 5 is my favorite. I save it for last. It's not always the hardest. Question number 4, though, is the hardest. Question number 4 is this. Are you ready? $1 Million Bill was a nickname given to Bill Elliott after winning Winston's $1 million bonus in 1985 for finishing first in 3 out of the 4 Grand Slam races that year. But question number 4, the hardest question, which of the 4 Grand Slam races that year did he lose? Remember, I set this up in the beginning. It is the name of our signature cocktail in his honor, the $1 Million Bill. 1985, Winston. It was the Winston Cup. They were the sponsors of NASCAR back then. They issued a challenge. They picked 4 Grand Slam races. Any driver wins 3 out of 4 gets $1 million. And in the very first year of this contest, Bill Elliott won 3 out of 4 races. Which one of these 4 Grand Slam races did he lose? The Daytona 500, the Winston 500, the Southern 500, or the World 600. They go by different names each year depending on the sponsors, but the Daytona 500 is obviously the Daytona race. The Winston 500 in 1985 was at Talladega. The Southern 500 was at Darlington, and the World 600 that year was at Charlotte. Those were the 4 Grand Slam races that Winston picked and said, if any driver wins 3 out of these 4, we'll give him a check for $1 million. And wouldn't you know it, in the very first year, Bill Elliott, $1 million Bill himself, cheers, wins 3 out of 4. But the question is, which one did he lose? 10 seconds. Get your guesses in the chat. Going with D, Bowser? Mitch going with D? I think it's probably best to trust Bowser Jr.'s judgment. This guy's a true NASCAR fan, a fresh face, a new contestant in our Bar Trivia Challenge. I'm so pumped when we get new viewers. You guys are all going with D. You know. It was, of course, the World 600 Charlotte. I feel like I shouldn't even tell you about it. I feel like we got Bowser here. His son almost won the race this year. It's the only one he never won in his life. Yeah, I don't even need my notes. You guys are all over this one. That was the hardest question. Question 4 out of 5. We have one more left to go. Which one is it? It is this. Here we go. Question number 5, the 5th and final question. Bowser, 4 for 4. $1 million Bill Elliott holds 2 impressive records in the sport of NASCAR. Which 2 records does he hold? I told you both of them throughout the course of this show. This is my favorite fact about Bill Elliott. He holds 2 records. Which 2 does he hold? Most popular driver wins. That's right. Every year they vote on the most popular driver. It's basically a popularity contest among NASCAR fans. Does he hold the record for the most crashes or did not finishes? The fastest qualifying speed? The career winnings? Those are 4 records, 2 of which are held by Bill Elliott. Which 2 are they? I'm going to need 2 guesses in the chat. There are 2 answers. Most popular driver wins, most crashes or did not finishes, fastest qualifying speed, or career winnings. 10 seconds. Put your guesses in the chat. Bowser going with A and C. He's confident. He's confident. Mitch, you gonna go with him? Oh, Bowser knows. Look at him. It has to be C and A for sure, because I did say fastest qualifying speed for that lap at, I think it was at Talladega, but it was before the restrictor plate. So it's probably going to stand as the fastest speed forever, because nowadays in NASCAR, they have some certain restrictions on the cars that mean probably can't go that fast anymore. A and C, A and C, A and C. You guys are correct. 16, I believe, is the answer. And I'm just going to throw it over to Bowser. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was voted most popular driver an impressive 16 times. For some reason, I have that written in my notes. I prepare these trivia before the season, so, I mean, it's been a while since I looked this up. I hope I took good notes. But, yeah, most popular driver wins, and the fastest qualifying speed for that lap of 212 miles an hour plus change at Talladega. Bowser, I think you got 5 for 5. I think this is the first time I saw you in the chat and the first time I saw you play trivia. I am psyched. I kid you not. Very few times have we ever had 5 for 5 on bar trivia. So you clearly know your NASCAR. I hope I made it challenging for you, although it didn't seem like I did. And for any of you guys who are tuning into this for the very first time, maybe live right now, or if you're watching this video later on in the future as a rerun, man, I hope you guys tune in live. This bar trivia challenge is so much fun, so I hope to see some new faces here in the future. Congratulations, Bowser. You deserve it. I'm gonna toast to you, my friend. 5 out of 5. I think it might be only the 4th time anybody's ever gone 5 out of 5. We've done 75 episodes, so props to you, my friend. Oh yeah, Mitch did it once on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We used to have another viewer, J.A. I don't know if any of you guys remember J.A. from past seasons. J.A. would always tune in for bar trivia. J.A. went 5 for 5 on one of the soccer ones, I think when we played goal. So cheers, my friend. Congratulations. Well done. You deserve it. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you come back for more NES Happy Hour in the future. That's going to do it for the episode for the week, guys. Oh, what a great show. What a great show. We had new faces, new live viewers. We had a fantastic manual. We had an awesome cocktail recipe. We had a great game that surprised me. I didn't even expect it to be as fun as it was, and I was impressed. So all around, what a fantastic way to wrap up the week. So thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this live and you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. It's totally free to do on YouTube. All you have to do is click the word subscribe. It means so much to us to have your support as a subscriber. And like I said, it's totally free. And while you're on our channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G, check out some of our other content. NES Happy Hour is our flagship program. We're in our 4th season and we have 75 episodes, but we're starting to branch out and do some other retro gaming things. We're doing some mystery unboxings for retro gaming subscription services, playing some old PC games. So check out some of that other content too if it interests you. The best thing you can do if you want to support our show, we're still a small streamer community. We're trying to get partnered with YouTube, and if you want to know the best thing you can do to support us, it's 2 things, and they're both free. Just click subscribe, tell all your friends to subscribe, and while you're here, just watch as many videos as you want, as many videos as you can. We have to get a lot of public watch time and a lot of subscribers before YouTube will partner with us. And I think YouTube should partner with us. I think we have a pretty good thing going here. A good little community and a great little show. So that's my request for you guys if you're tuning in for the first time and you want to know what you can do. Subscribe, watch videos. That's it. You might also want to check out our website, www.fitsandmasterg.com. It's a Streamlab website. It goes with the package there. You can watch our live episodes right on the website. You can also watch old episodes on the website. You can chat on the website. You can purchase merchandise. You can put $1 in this tip jar above me if you feel compelled to donate financially. Most importantly, though, our social media links are there. So if you never want to miss out, we take breaks in between seasons of the Happy Hour so I can get prepped for the next season. If you don't want to miss out or miss anything, you should follow us on Twitter. You can find it at the website, www.fitsandmasterg. There's a big blue Twitter button. Just click on it. It'll take you right to our Twitter page. The handle is HeyMasterG. It is my Twitter account. We post everything about the show, everything that's upcoming, promotions for future episodes, promotions for old episodes, polls, things like that. If you want to weigh in on what we play in future seasons, we'll have some polls coming up shortly. So follow us on Twitter. That's easy to do. And we didn't see Fitz today, my canine co-host, but his Instagram link is also on the website. So if you just want to look at puppy pics all day, click on the Instagram button. It'll take you to Fitz's Instagram page. That's it. That's it for the week, guys. Season 4 has only 5 more episodes left. That's right. Next week is our final week for Season 4. Friday will be the season premiere. Friday will be the season finale. My mistake. We're going to feature 3 Halloween games. So I know next week, at the end of next weekend is Halloween. We wanted to feature some of the spookier NES games with a Halloween theme. So starting on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to play some scary games, scary-ish games, scary for the Nintendo era. You're not going to want to miss it. It is going to be our final week in Season 4 before we take a big break for the month of November. So if you want to get your fix, tune in next week. We do this live Mondays through Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. We will be back on Monday. We won't be playing a Halloween game on Monday. We will be playing our very first wrestling game ever on the NES Happy Hour. So if you're a big wrestling fan, you're going to want to tune in on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern for another live episode of the show. We're going to do some wrestling games. Then I think we're going to play Commando. Then we're going to play some scary Halloween-themed games to wrap up Season 4. I hope you guys all had a great week. I hope you have a great weekend, too. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I want to see you all back here on Monday afternoon for another live episode. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all your support, and I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you next time, okay?